This is a very volatile situation, so we still have a long way to go before we start even getting the first tranche of hostages back, reportedly on Thursday.
And the first are women and children. They understand, too, they need a commitment from Hamas to identify and locate the other hostages held by groups. We heard that right away. As soon as they got them over the border, all these other groups just started grabbing all the hostages from Hamas. So they said one of the conditions is you got to go round them up. The other thing I'm wondering, too, from a surveillance level, you put a drone high up in the sky and you see where these hostages emerge from. And is it possible that a couple of hostages, one was rescued, they give great intelligence. The other ones that have gotten out might be able to give intelligence. Now we're going to have 40 potential, I guess, resources to try to find out where the rest are.
Yeah, absolutely. That debrief will be critical, and that information shared will give insight to the status of all the other hostages. And, of course, they'll try and get a full name and accounting. We don't know how many locations these hostages are held at. There could be, 5 locations. There could be 50. There could be 200 different locations for where these hostages are being held. We presume they're in the tunneling system, which won't give a lot of probably geo coordinates for them, because these hostages likely don't know where they were for the last 45 odd days. But nonetheless, the intelligence coming out will be very helpful for determining the status, health, and safety of the rest of the remaining 200 plus hostages.
Yeah, as 50 families are going to be celebrating the release of their family members, the other Palestinian militant group, Islamic Jihad, said late yesterday that one of the Israeli hostages that they were holding died. So these hostages are still in great danger, and time here is of the essence. As a hostage negotiator yourself, can you take us behind the scenes and tell us what goes in to a negotiation of this size, scale, and level?
Well, to be frank, and I've said this in multiple interviews, this is not a traditional negotiation. The two principal parties, Hamas and Israel, did not sit across the table. This deal was done through third-party intermediaries, diplomats from across the U.S., across the world, including the U.S., sheikhs, heads of non-government organizations, the Red Crescent, Red Cross. So this deal was manufactured between multiple parties, but not the principals. That's why I'm very cautiously optimistic that this will serve as a blueprint to get the rest of the hostages out. But because there's nothing like this situation in a traditional negotiation role.
Right. So the problem is you wonder where the Hamas fighters are going to go every time you pause. Yeah. Hey, 5 days, give you 40. Well, give me another 5 days, I'll give you 20.
A chance to refuel.
And then give me give me another 20 days, I'll give you another 10. And then these families, and I can understand it, say, you have to stop.
Absolutely.
It could be my kid. You have to stop. So this is the ultimate leverage, as you opened up saying, Dan. Appreciate you joining us today.
Dan.